All right, and so today, back on another episode of Munchies, the podcast where we talk about books and eat food.
Yep.
I'm here with Spencer Stedman, also known as the renowned reader, and we'll be talking about
Yes, that's true.
this book that we've both read, Perfume by Patrick Süskind. And so tell me a little bit about Patrick Süskind, Spencer.
All right, so Patrick Süskind, the author of Perfume, as Ryan said, was born near Ambach, near Munich, Germany, in 1949, where he studied medieval and modern history at the University of Munich.
I see.
That's important for Perfume because it's set in France.
Yeah.
A big part of the story is French culture, including his name. But we'll get into that later. So, give me some of your first thoughts about Perfume.
Okay. I think Perfume at the beginning was very chill, like the book was quite very low down, like low key. And it picked up like after that first kill, like the plum girl, but like I thought the book was really slow until then because it was just he was going from like one person's house to another person's house, and then he even like had that he had the thing with Baldini before he killed someone, right? It was just constant like job work,
Yeah.
and then it was like
Yeah.
he finally killed someone, and that's when it started picking up. But like the beginning I thought was just like really slow, and so like you didn't really get it wasn't like a full encompassing like narrative of like who Grenouille was until like later on in the other chapters.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when he was passed on from the first maid to the homestead. I thought it was interesting how he Patrick Süskind portrayed Grenouille.
Yeah.
Just like with his powers and how he could like smell behind walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that was interesting. I thought, like not knowing anything about him and then like learning about that. I think that was cool.
I think Patrick Süskind was trying to get something with the character of Grenouille. Like I think making that character so weird was part of like maybe some sort of like commentary on society. I don't know, just like something along those lines. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because throughout the novel, he was portrayed as like a inhuman person.
Yeah,
because he
like-
didn't have a smell.
Yeah,
He
you
was
didn't
really
have like a
good at-
smell or
He was really good at smelling, which isn't really a normal human trait.
yeah, and then obviously near the end of the book, that's like a huge like commentary in itself.
So like after the initial part, what were your thoughts? Like part 2 and 3.
I think my thoughts on part 2, 3, and like the last chapter, which was part 4. I mean, I was amazed at how like Süskind
Yeah, same.
changed the whole entire like atmosphere of the book. Like it went from like just killing to like that like mass orgy at the end.
Yeah.
It was quite a change in like there's just the plot. Like I thought the plot twist was crazy. I was not expecting it, so I don't know
agree.
I don't know what Süskind was thinking, but like I mean it worked. I didn't really imagine myself like reading that near the end. I thought it was gonna end a lot differently. Like Grenouille might have died
Yeah.
after like his head was chopped off or something, but like the ending was not what I expected. So I mean, I thought he was cool. I thought like it was by the end Grenouille had become like a completely different person.
Yeah.
So I think like the fact that there was such a huge change made me like the book more.
Yeah.
you know?
I think the change throughout the novel was probably my favorite part because like you can like separate the book into like sections,
Yeah.
like parts literally,
Yeah.
as he did. But it was like I thought it was interesting how he went from like embracing his inhumanness to wanting to be more like a human when he made the human scent perfume, and then how he killed everyone, and then he deceived everyone in the crowd by using the human scent or using the scent he made from the girls he killed, and then to being eaten alive, which I think I like just like as you said, like the change was really polarizing, but it was really good.
All right, so
I think
let me ask you a question. So you remember like all the biblical allusions throughout the book?
Yeah.
What do you think it symbolizes? Like the
Oh, okay.
like the cave. Let's start with the cave, for example.
Okay. So the 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the way Süskind like alluded to the Bible, like literally like throughout the book, was really interesting because for like right off the bat, John Baptiste was a really big allusion, which I actually want to talk about a little bit.
Yeah.
Because John Baptiste was right here. It says John Baptist was a forerunner and prophet of the Messiah who prepared people for the coming of Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So like the way the fact that Süskind used Jean Baptiste as a alternate name of Grenouille.
Yeah. No, that's like, and it contrasts with like how that wet nurse was like talking about how he was like
he's the devil,
the devil because he didn't smell like anything. I thought that was like that actually contrasts pretty well because like then near the end of the book also like that changes the whole entire like meaning of his name because he goes from like being called like an antichrist. He goes from an antichrist to an angel basically because of that like super good perfume that he made. Yeah.
Also, an important thing to point out: John the Baptist was arrested and beheaded, and that's how he died, obviously.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, John Baptiste, Grenouille, was killed by being eaten, but he was like intended to be hung on a cross.
Like Jesus. And that's the other like that's another biblical illusion because it's like they're really trying to frame him as like Jesus, like a sort of like godlike figure.
But like at the same time, he's also the Antichrist.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how he like changes throughout the book. But also to go back to what you were saying, just like the general.
Yeah, the 7 years.
General
like,
stuff like that.
Yeah, speak to me about like since you know more about like the Bible than I do. Like the 7 years. What is that?
So 7 in Christianity represents God creating Earth.
Yeah.
And on like 6 days, and then the 7th day was rest, which is like the Sabbath in Judaism. Yeah. And then just like Sunday for us, it's the day of rest, which isn't really a thing anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. No, I know Sunday as a day like the angel number, like 7.
Yeah. But the fact that Grenouille was in a cave for 7 years, and after he went to the city where he killed all those girls in 7 days. Took him 7 days to get there. He was put on a cross like Jesus was, and he just like he had a God complex throughout the novel.
Yeah, no, he definitely did because like you were like near the end near like the end where he finally got like this. He put on the scent while like being imprisoned, and then he realized like everyone loved him. That was like. He had a moment of being like, I remember it was like he said he was so glad that, or not maybe glad, but he was surprised that everyone began like liking him, and then like after that realization he realized how like disturbing humans are because like all the guys or all the people there were just like they started like getting seductive and all that stuff. So,
but also it's like important to point out that like. He was portrayed as like a Christ-like figure, but he was also, like, in practice, like an antichrist, because he used his he manipulated people to, like, he just manipulated people to get like what he wanted, and like people worshipped him at the end a little bit because the orgy and stuff like that. So yeah. But all
right. So then.
Yeah.
So he definitely has a God complex.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, what are your thoughts on his first kill? You remember when he killed that plum girl?
Yeah.
And she was like 14 or 16 or something.
Yep. The redhead.
Yeah.
They were all redheads, right?
No. There was differentiation in like the hair color and like the race, but like they're all
young.
Yeah, they were all young and like they were all virgins. That's the.
Yeah.
But what do you think of that first kill? Like.
That caught me off guard a lot. I mean, just like reading the book.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that if you read the first part where it describes his mom, she was a redhead too, which was interesting. Yeah.
Was she really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. But
maybe he's got like some mommy issues. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Süskind obviously intended you to read that they were both redheads. So there's got to be like some connection there.
Yeah,
which I think is interesting.
Yeah, and then also the fact they're all virgins. I mean, like that probably goes back to like what I was saying about the social commentary. Like, he's talking about how like people value like virginity and like the fact that of like innocence as like such a high, like it puts it at such a high like pedestal compared to like everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but the first kill, I don't know if this was during the first kill, but it was like right after he had killed someone.
Yeah.
He described the like people as being attracted to the scent of a person, not the like physicality of them. No. People think.
No, he was talking about like how. Yeah. Okay, they're attracted. They think they're attracted to the person,
but they're not.
But they're not. Yeah, they're attracted to the scent, and then he's the only one that actually knows that.
Yeah.
And so he thinks like everyone's so stupid around him.
Yeah.
He's the only one that actually knows it. But no, do you remember like the descriptions?
Yeah. That was really.
I don't.
Really disturbing.
Yeah. Controversial descriptions. Questionable writing on Süskind's part, but.
I mean, it's in there for a reason.
Yeah, it's there for a reason, so you can't really blame it. But alright, so
I mean, it just shows Grenwy's character.
Yeah, I think it adds how
almost,
inhuman he is with like you sniffing like her whole body and stuff like that. So I mean,
like he wants to collect a castle of scents.
Yeah, no, that part I didn't really like. I mean, obviously he seems like a collector since he loves scents, but I don't really know why he kept on going with like the kill. I mean, obviously to collect scents, but like I don't get it. Like I think he should have just he should have just waited for the one girl at the end, the richest girl, for her to like mature, and then he would have grabbed just the best scents. I mean, I guess I get it, kinda like how he took all the other girls' essence and put it into a bottle, but like I don't think he liked that like the other girls as much as like he was waiting for that one girl at the end.
Yeah, but maybe it's like something where he wants a variety or diverse.
Yeah, I guess so. No, but talking about that chick, how do you feel about the
golden thread?
Yeah. So her father, Monsieur Riches. Yeah. What do you remember like how it took him longer to become affected by the scent?
Yeah.
Like the last perfume than everyone else.
And then Grenwy was like scared he would kill him in the crowd.
Yeah, but then he didn't. So what do you think of that like relationship between Riches and Grenwy? Like
I think it's weird because it talks about how he started treating him super well after.
Yeah.
Which makes me think like the girl was probably treated that way.
Which was
really weird.
No, I think it's
like for a father and daughter, I think that's a real weird.
No, because he had lustful thoughts about his daughter, but then he also like after his daughter died, he was obviously bummed, but then like the fact that he could now smell his daughter again, and like now he smells that she's like on this new person, and this new person like is not her. I think like that unleashed just like his desires, like he wanted to. But get as like friendly and as touchy as possible with Grenwy.
At the same time, though,
like
the fact that Grenwy talked about how the scent is what's like really
the
important part of a person.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that the father was just in grief, and he smelled that same scent, and he was just like overcome with emotions.
I mean,
but I don't know. I'm just like throwing stuff out there. I guess.
I mean, possibly, but then like you can't get over the fact that like your daughter died, and then like the dude,
that's true.
The dude just like walks around with the scent now. Like I think personally it's more of like the fact that he was overcome with lust, because like the whole entire point of that perfume was like it was so lustful. Like it was the perfume of like the like 20 something virgins or whatever, and like it encompassed like. Turned anybody into like a feral dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think like it was more of he actually did like his daughter a little too much, and then like that got that's where Grenouille became his he wanted, that's how like he wanted Grenouille to become his son. You remember that part?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like asking to become his son and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he was just like, that's the lust coming out. But
Yeah.
yeah. So
like after that though,
yeah.
like what do you think about the gang of people eating him?
I mean, the thieves, I feel like
The thieves, yeah.
I think the thieves, that part, like, it's very poetic in a sense that he comes into this world through like a mother, like through being born, but then like at the end of it, he's like being eaten up and like basically just shoved back down someone's stomach. So I think it's like in that way, it's very poetic that it's like a full circle, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's also the fact that like he decided he wanted to die. Like he poured all of the perfume onto himself, knowing full well what was gonna happen. Like,
yeah.
Like I think it shows like how he really did hate society.
Yeah. Also, I think it's interesting that like so his lack of scent, like he was unnoticeable, like throughout his early years, and then at the end when he's eaten, like he's literally gone.
Yeah.
Like there is literally there's no trace of him. Like no coffin, bones, nothing. So I think it's interesting how he goes from, at first, someone that is, like, out of society completely.
Yeah.
Complete stranger.
Yeah.
To literally not existing.
Yeah, no, he goes from, like, being a rando to being, like, desired by the whole town to going back to being, like, nothing.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
How he wrote that.
I mean,
I think that's, like...
What do
Süskind did a
you
good
think?
job.
There's anything that what does the ending really show about like the book? Like, what do you think it's trying to portray? Like, is there a message being is there a message being like displayed to the reader? You know.
That's interesting. I think it's just really a social commentary, just about how like. Yeah, I mean it's a social commentary throughout the book. Yeah, like it's how society values young women, virginity,
and how it even like I think a little bit of it is even like how it treats like outcasts.
Yeah,
to an extent.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
obviously about Perfume as well.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like I think there's definitely a deeper message. Like I think Grenouille as a person. Like, although he may be inhuman, there was, like, a human aspect of him that still rejected humanity. So maybe it's, like, a commentary on how, like, Süskind might like, Süskind's view on society. Maybe, like, he also hates society.
Yeah, because Süskind, like, he just, like, stays in his house or something, right?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. I remember, like, in a lecture or something, it was, like, it talked about how Süskind is, like, he refuses...
Oh, yeah, the media.
Yeah, he refuses to talk to the media. Like he like made a book, like probably made another book, and then just like dipped like completely from like the media.
He had a couple other
interviews or anything.
Couple other books, but So it's like he's in his own cave.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it might be like a what is it? Like an outlet for
an autobiography.
Yeah, honestly, autobiography. Just like talks about Süskind's.
Not literally, but like
not literally,
in the cave.
Okay. Yeah, in the cave, you know, like the social struggles that Süskind may have overcame, or like just like what he experienced, I guess.
Yeah, that could be it, or it could have some sense of truth. Because I think Perfume. I read it was his first, either his first book or his first best-selling book. So it could just be like he decided. Like, I don't know, if I'm writing something about, like, personally, I'm going to put a lot of work into it, so maybe. Yeah. Maybe that was why, I don't know.
And then what would you, like, final thoughts, what would you recommend this book to, like, a friend? You know, like, if this was like if this was near Christmas and they were like, I need a book
to read.
Or like,
okay.
Yeah, to read, or like, can you buy me a book? Like I've been craving a new read. Would you buy them this book, or would you get them like Harry Potter or something?
I don't know. It depends who I'm. It depends who I'd be recommending this to.
Yeah, I mean, someone that reads or not.
And also someone that's like.
Someone that doesn't read comic books all day.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't recommend this to anyone under like 16.
Under 16.
Maybe
yeah,
even
because
17.
yeah, because it is quite a disturbing novel, but like.
It's really good though.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rate this probably one of my favorite books. Maybe like under 1984. And,
okay. Well, yeah. George Orwell. That was a good book.
What was the book we read last year?
Great Gatsby.
No. It was the one with the guy that went around El Dorado.
Oh, the what is it? Candide.
Yeah, Candide.
Yeah.
For like academic books.
Yeah.
I'd probably top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think personally, maybe top 3 for me. I think bottom on the 3rd, just like below Great Gatsby, because this book was quite enjoyable. Like the commentary on a murderer. Like you don't usually get to read books about murderers.
I mean,
like
especially like this.
Yeah, no, the book. It's not even a protagonist. More of it's like Grenouille is like an anti. It's like an anti-hero. I don't know. Just like but he's not a good guy. So like following the story is like engaging.
Oh, but also Süskind writes it in a way that like I don't know. The murders aren't like super bad.
Yeah, I know. Only that first murder. I didn't really like. That's also another thing. Like I didn't really. After the first murder, it wasn't like something where it would engage. It would be like emotionally.
Yeah.
Like impactful, Like it was
exactly. Yeah, that's what.
After the first murder, it was like, oh, he's just gonna keep on killing people.
Yeah.
Which that might be what Süskind was trying to do. Like he's just like, maybe he was like normalizing like the murders.
Yeah.
After that first one, like the first one was a little like the segue into the rest of the book, basically.
Yeah, I think it also to like tie it back, Grenouille's like normality.
Yeah.
Or not normality, his like opposite of that, like his inhumanness made it like less impactful. Like the murders were just like, oh, like that's bad, but like.
Yeah.
If like a normal person were to murder someone, that would be like way worse. I don't know. That's just my opinion though. But to recommend, to go back to your question, if I were to recommend this book, I probably would. Yeah. I probably would recommend this book.
Yeah.
If they're older, and I think most people would enjoy Perfume.
Yeah. So you think like the plot, like it's a good plot line too, like following the.
It's pretty quick. Besides maybe part 2, it's pretty like. It is a good pace.
Did you have any parts that you didn't like?
The cave part was interesting, but I'd say it was probably it was my favorite. It was my favorite part.
Yeah, I think personally the just like the perfume making itself. Like I know that's a crucial part of the book, but just like it didn't speak out to me because like nobody cares about like how you make the perfume. Like of course like
that could also be commentary.
Yeah, I mean possibly, but like
I don't know.
I think it sets up Grenouille as like the perfume guy, but like it made it a little harder to read, like just a slight amount, just like when it was Baldini, then the widow with the like side dude.
Yeah.
And were those the only like perfume makers? I think there was maybe another one. I'm not. It wasn't another perfume maker, but what was the guy? There was like the prophet that ascended into the mountains.
He was like the scientist.
Yeah, the scientist
just, like, doing makeup and stuff.
The scientist that just like he made the. I thought that part was really interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting.
The air vital or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the other one, the fatal.
Yeah, the one where if like if you were close to Earth, it would kill you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean. Those ideas I think were just like obviously good. So
yeah. What do you think? Would you recommend it to someone?
I think.
Just final thoughts.
Personally, I think the book is a good read for like anyone that's daring to go into like a dark, like fiction type book. Like definitely one of those books that makes you think about society afterwards. Like like of course, like we've watched Fight Club and like all the other stuff, like all like psychological movies.
Yeah.
Like this, I know there's a movie about it, but like I can imagine without even reading or not without even watching the movie, just like the style of movie that it would be. Like it would be another type of like Fight Club, American Psycho type thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the type of stuff that's really enticing to like the young readers nowadays.
Yeah.
Because like the media nowadays just they love to like watch the crazy psycho stuff, and like I think this book would be a great option for that since like it has a stupidly crazy protagonist, and then the plot line's cool, and then obviously the twist near the end, and also like just the way Süskind crafts like the story as like a almost like a diary, almost just like every single thing that happens to Renly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Yeah, just like the last final thoughts would be, I think it's crazy that he died in the cemetery.
Oh
was
yeah,
the fish market. Yeah, just that part.
It's like
it's
full,
the actual full circle. But yeah,
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
That's,
all right.
That's basically it.
Yeah, that's Perfume by Patrick Süskind.
Yeah, and that concludes our little show today. You know, our little discussion. I think we learned quite a lot of things about Patrick Süskind and the book Perfume. Yep. And hey, good to have you back on. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, good to have you back on.
Rate the chicken nuggets though.
The chicken nuggets. I think the chicken nuggets were a 9 out of 10. I think with the Chick-fil-A sauce, definitely a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Would eat again.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Talk to you guys later, I guess.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.